GCW News.
Welcome to GCW Breaking News. Ukraine has withdrawn its American-made Abrams battle tanks from the front line over concerns they can be easily detected and targeted by Russian drones. Kyiv has lost 5 of the 31 Abrams tanks given to it by the U.S. to Russian attacks since October last year. Ukraine had engaged in a months-long campaign arguing that the tanks, which cost about $10 million apiece, were vital to its ability to breach Russian lines. The U.S. is expected to announce that it will provide another $6 billion in long-term military aid to Ukraine, U.S. officials said, adding that it will include much sought-after munitions for Patriot air defense systems. Elsewhere, Belarusian leader Alexander Lukashenko claimed several dozen Russian tactical nuclear weapons had been deployed in Belarus, Russia's TASS news agency said, under an agreement jointly announced last year with Vladimir Putin. It came as the Belarusian security service claimed to have thwarted an attack on the capital Minsk by drones launched from NATO member Lithuania, which denied taking any hostile action. According to reports from surrounding nations, North Korea is accused of testing short-range ballistic missiles into the sea, which has raised tensions on the Korean peninsula today. These missiles were fired from the North's capital area and traveled around 300 kilometers before crashing between the Korean peninsula and Japan, according to the Joint Chiefs of Staff of South Korea. South Korea, which promises to retain preparedness alongside its military partnership with the United States, firmly condemns this provocation. The Chief Cabinet Secretary of Japan has issued a warning over the threat posed to regional peace and security by North Korea's frequent missile testing. North Korea's weapons testing is accelerating despite the U.S. and South Korea's halted diplomatic efforts. Recently, the country demonstrated cruise missiles, anti-aircraft missiles, and solid-fuel intermediate-range missiles with hypersonic capabilities. Despite the fact that North Korea is subject to international sanctions that forbid such launches, analysts predict that the regime may launch a second spy satellite this month, possibly around significant historical anniversaries. Although there have been hints of plans for a satellite launch, the military of South Korea has denied any impending activity. In response to North Korean threats, the U.S., South Korea, and Japan further up their military cooperation as tensions rise. A significant step toward potential peace negotiations emerges as a delegation from Egypt prepares to journey to Israel this Friday. Their mission? To engage in discussions on security coordination. This revelation follows a confidential meeting of Israel's war cabinet, with one official disclosing details under the veil of anonymity due to the sensitive nature of the matter. This move signals a renewed effort to broker a ceasefire and secure the release of hostages, endeavors that have faced setbacks in recent months. Notably, these deliberations unfold against the backdrop of escalating tensions, with plans underway for an Israeli incursion in Rafah, a region where a substantial portion of Gaza's populace has been displaced. As the region navigates through delicate negotiations and heightened uncertainty, all eyes remain fixed on the outcome of these pivotal discussions, with hopes for progress towards stability and reconciliation. Stay tuned to GCW News for further updates on this developing story.